Miscommunication from Ohio State defensively. Gabriel looking to take advantage with a deep ball. Again, separation. Johnson in the bucket. And there on the goal line opportunity. Oh, what a catch by Johnson. Tez.
Howdy, fellas. Welcome on in. Tez Johnson is who we're going to be going over today. So how do I want to do this? This is going to be the second receiver. The first receiver I'd done a breakdown on is Tatoria McMillan, T-Mac, the kid out in Arizona. I think he is really good. As I'm cutting up this Tez Johnson film, I liked what I saw, guys. I liked what I saw. Now, he is a smaller wide receiver, and I mean that lightly. 5'10", 165. I believe the weight. I don't know if I believe the height necessarily. I think I see a little bit at 5'9", maybe a short 5'10". But as I say in all these videos, guys, like, we're not going to know height, weight until combines, until East-West Shrines, until Senior Bowls, which I will be at the Senior Bowl. If you see this and you see me, please say what's up. Say what's up. Miles is my name, in case anyone wants to know. I should be saying that before every video. 89.9 in 2022. Everybody knows that the reason why I use PFF, it's a beautiful just guide, blueprint. It helps fill in a lot of holes that you may not have a lot of time to see. It's not the end all be all. It's not the Bible, right? It's not truth of everything, but it does show us progressions. It does show us how someone started and then how someone might have ended. Oregon, I believe, went through a coaching change in 2022. I don't know when Dan Lanning got there, whether it be his first year there or there was a change. I think that could explain. I'm not even sure. Dan Lanning could have been there the whole time. There's regression here. In 2022, 89.9, 2023, 87.5, and 86.3 in 2024. Right? But if we look at what he did in 2022, 13 games, super awesome, 856 yards, 4 touchdowns. In 2023, over 1,000 yards with 1182 yards per reception at 13.7, still really good. That's a first down every time your hands get on the ball with 10 touchdowns. And that 10 touchdowns is both in 2023 and in 2024. And I always give credit to championship type teams. As of right now, Oregon is still ranked number 1. They're about to play Ohio State. And, as players in college football, as they continue to win and grind and figure out these games, that gives them pedigree in my book. So that gives them a little bit of a boost. So when we see this regression, I'm not like, what the heck? Why are you... 89, 87, 80, like, these are probably just little finicky things that the grading is picky on or whatever. Because when I see a receiving grade of 90, something that is pretty paramount as long as I've been evaluating guys, receiving grade to the NFL, like, this guy can move, like, this guy can work. And so I really trust receiving grade. I think receiving grade, and there are some defensively, contested catch. I like that one a lot. Defensively, I think the rush grade. I think the rush grade is my favorite when it comes to defensively. And then drop rate at 3.8%. Don't care. Yards per route run. All that means is he can run everything at that 2.92. Contested catch rate. Don't need you to really doing a lot of contested things. You're a slot dude. Grade versus man coverage is good. Now I also like man coverage for DBs also. I think that's a really good stat for PFF. I think it translates very well. So let's get into it real quick. What do I like in wide receivers? What do I look for in wide receivers? Let's go ahead and get here because I think this is something when people watch the game film, I need them to kind of hear this. So when I'm looking at a wide receiver, the things, it depends on what your kit is. So it depends on what got you here. It depends on your measurables. Even though it's not the end all be all, some people can make things work. I thought Rashee Rice was just a little bit too slow coming out of the combine, even though he did great things at SMU. He was a second rounder. When the Chiefs picked him up, you just see like he looks faster. And it's because I think he's in a system that's better built for him. System matters. Everything matters. But with a guy like Tez Johnson, I think of Tank Dell immediately with a little bit more speed for Tez, that is. But the structure of the body, it's troublesome, right? And you were seeing that with Tank Dell in 4K. He's hurt again. And this sucks. This really, really sucks when a talent as he is keeps getting hurt. But with my receivers, I don't really care about measurables unless if you have that special thing. When it comes to wide receiver and running back, you have to be special at something. Whether you have get away from the cop speed, if you have an engine, an acceleration, if you can catch anything in your radius, for a running back, if the first guy never takes you down. Yeah, it always takes more than one. That's a great feature to have. If you're patient, something that Le'Veon is really good at. You have to be great at something. And I think something that Tez is going to show us, once again, I did a cut up. I didn't necessarily really go into exactly what he does great. I just saw some cool things. Let's find out what Tez is great at. And let's see if he gets in that first round. Hopefully he doesn't go to the Chiefs. It seems like that's a move they would make. Bengals. But we could also look, if he's going to be a second or even third round dude. So let's cut it back. He's right here, number 15 in the slot. That will be his home. I want to see if you want to block. I want to see how you run routes. This looks like it's a timing route. So I'm not really mad about his speed or the lack of explosion. I think this is a timing route where he has to wait for this guy to really break. And so, but he's able to get there. He sees it's a cloud cover 2 zone. So that's why that corner was backing up. And then when someone came in his zone, cover 2, right? Then the corner comes down, boom, boom, boom. And so he catches the ball. Nothing really special, nothing really crazy here. Also, another thing I like to note when I'm going for wide receivers is their quarterback. This is something that always gets lost in translation. Who is their quarterback? Is their quarterback Dylan Gabriel, who is very good? We got a screen right now for Mr. Tez Johnson. He books it to the outside. We see some acceleration there, right? So we see some acceleration. We see him having 2 hands on the ball, and we see him picking his lane very quickly. And he's going outside. If we had a better block here, maybe something can work out there. But, we need a better block. It seems like he could have taken the edge right there, taken the corner. But quarterback matters because when we were doing Tutorial and McMillan, his quarterback is a small guy. Dylan Gabriel is a small guy. Dylan Gabriel is a left-handed guy. Dylan Gabriel is very quick, very smart, and anticipates the ball to be out very, very well. Does that make Tez Johnson not as great? I don't think so. And then there's quarterbacks that aren't great, and it looks like the wide receiver is not as great, but I don't trust that as well. And so being able to just have a mind of the quarterback, I think is very, very important when you're evaluating running backs, because if there's a dual threat option, that helps the running back, or that could hurt the running back if there's not a dual threat option. And then even with receiving as well, I believe quarterback matters as well. Here we go in the slot, in man. We got empty set. Let's see what we got here for Mr. Tez. Little slant, showing numbers right here, right now. Give it to me. Ooh. Okay, Tez. Smaller dude, right? Understands he has a slant. He's going into the lion's den. This is Ray Lewis Bill. I think possibly right here, that role, that assignment might have gotten to him because this is easy. And he's let out crazy here. This is a super let out ball. He's kind of running at a little bit of a rate where I think he's kind of asking Dylan, hey, give it to me now. Like, hey, like, no one's in this zone. They're all backed up. Give it to me right here. Give me to right now. And Dylan, like, super leads him out. And so he feels that guy a little bit more. You see he didn't look it in. Super unfortunate. There is no catch there. And so that sucks, right? That sucks. That's something that we have to kind of put a note in. He can catch the ball, but not as confident, when we go inside, which makes sense. Always makes sense. Right here, we got him in the screen again. I want you to get north to south quick. Good. Okay, ball's on the ground again. I doubt. Come on, Tez. So, another thing that I like to hone in on for smaller receivers. Your gift, like your, when I say about speed or whatever you do, that special thing you do, it could be that you never, ever mess up. You don't make a mistake ever. And that's tough to do. But if you're a smaller guy like Tez is, like weight-wise, stature-wise, and, his build, you can't afford to have drop passes. You can't afford to have a role set out and designed for you to help the team, and you run up the sideline, you're out of bounds, okay, but then the ball comes out if you're inbounds, and that's clearly UCLA's ball. They're going back the other way, right? I think with bigger receivers, they can afford to mess up because their bag can always be just crazy bigger. I mean, it sucks, but that's just the truth, right? And so I just want to say that for smaller receivers, when I evaluate them, drop passes, fumbles, all that stuff, they have got to stop. Here we go. We got we got a screen pass. Tez. I'm not the best at evaluating quarterbacks. I'll let you guys know that, but this looks not bad. He seems calm. He has time. He winds it up just a little bit. Yeah, just that form, just a little bit too strong. I don't think my tight end did a very great route either. But still, all right. So they trust him to do stuff like that. That tells me Oregon finds him as an athlete, like he must be some crazy athlete to do something like that, to be trusted with a role like that. Here we go in the slot once again. Pushing off, shutting it out at 5. Why did I put this in? I wonder if I put this in because I don't see him really, like, maybe he knew it was a pass or when you know it's a run. I don't like that with receivers, but I get it. You're in the game. Like, if you know it's a run, you're not going to shoot off the line as quick. I get it. Trips to the right, in line. Here we go, a little wheel. Oh, no, goes a little Texas kind of route. That's going to get you in my top 10. Plays like that, that's redemption. That is redemption, guys. Everything we said about him earlier, about going in the inside, about making the mistakes, about being a guy that, everyone can trust, everyone can rely on. This is like a little bit of an out, kind of like a Texas route a little bit. This is in there. Multiple people on him. And he's able, like I said, quarterback matters. Dylan and Gabriel is able to put this in a position where if the corner didn't tackle him, he's able to keep running. He doesn't stop. His footwork just keeps going in stride. Very good ball. Good quarterback, wide receiver hookup there. That was awesome. Super beautiful. In the slot again. Tries to go outside. Oh. So, right here, stuff like this is really going to hurt him. Let's say it's a Kamari Lassiter that goes in the slot. Let's say it's what's my guy out in Kansas City, number 22, Marcus Peters or something like that, I think his name is. Not Marcus Peters. His last name is Peters, I think. Washington kid, young kid. If he goes out here, I don't like this play strength at all from Tez. And this is going to be tough. Look at him. He's all over him. Yes, it's a little bit of a hold, but Tez gets off. But with the right corner of safety there, jamming him up, it's good. This is going to mess up the timing. And these D linemen, they're going to be better and faster than the NFL, so you got to get off of that. This doesn't work like that. And then, and my corner's not even, has no idea where the ball is. But still a pretty cool attempt to getting that ball. I still think that's good. I think Tez almost even, coming down with this touchdown is pretty impressive. Yeah. But another drop. But if Tez catches that helps his draft stock. Here we go. Little end around. Gives it to him. Wheeled. I mean, he's happy. He's willing. He still knows he's a smaller guy. But he's willing to get in there. He's willing, and look how fast he gets up. That stuff matters to me. How fast he shoots back up. All right. Okay. Okay, speed, distance, long range speed. He's gliding, able to get this ball timelied out. Yes, a little bit of a play fake to bring everybody up, but still, if you and I are out there, we're not, we could get the greatest play fake of all time. But if you and I are out there, it's not gonna look like this. He's in the in slot. He's not even on the in line of it. All right, and this is like a hard post, just sharp. Boom, show me, have my hand up, mayday, mayday. Give me the ball. That's just speed. Look how many people are running after him. It's a pass, They see him crossing. 1, 2, 3. Big boy speed. So that, getting into a situation where they can use his speed, that's going to be crucial in the NFL. A nice 15-yard out. What was that? 15-10. He looks like he glides, so I'm not seeing route running, and this is still college football. I'm not seeing route running as like a gift. I do see speed, and he just rounds this off. Maybe that's the scheme. What you're supposed to do is round off the route. So we're not seeing a lot of hips. So when we do combine stuff, we want to see him drop down low, really see his hips move, really see if he can do all the routes great. And the slot, little out, little zig, go outie. Are you falling? What is happening? Oh no. Is this Tez's fault? Let's see. So it's like a little out, or it's like a little outward zig. Out, come in, show. It's not there. And then Dylan's like, all right, I'm just going to give it to you right there. I guess Dylan thought it would just be like that. He falls, and then to the house. Let's see it this way. Let's see if we can see anything different. All right. I mean, this should have been just thrown away. Yeah. All right. I like this. Tez. I like this. Oh, why did I cut it off? The guy ends up scoring. He ends up scoring. But I could take this as a scout. This means something. How many guys have we played with? How many guys have we seen pause with the play with pause? How many guys have we seen who are pouting, who are mad, who are looking at the ref, who are, running at the quarterback, screaming extremities, who's doing the pouty thing. And then we have Tez, number 15, the last guy, end up being, the second guy, just taking off. Maybe he ended up being the first guy. I could put that in the notes. Another screen to the outside. So yeah, he might have long range speed. I don't know if he has, Xavier Worthy has lateral speed and long range speed. Some guy like Devin Tompkins, he has lateral speed, not very long range, even though it is crazy long range. I think with Tez Johnson, his gifts is have a great offensive line. Give me time. I can stretch out the defense. Here we go. Low flag route. Gets physical. Puts his head down. I like that. I'm a gadget guy. You can do a lot of things with me. And, I can catch. I work hard. I'm physical. This is kind of his scouting notes right now. That's a great all-around route. Catch. He glides. I think it's like a gliding speed. Because like I said, I don't know if it's laterally as much as I want to believe it's laterally. But kind of just look how he just glides. Look at these steps, and he just gives a great. This is good to see hips. Boom. And then just good. A great catch, because if I'm this receiver, if I'm Tez here, not even going to cap. Of course, I'm not a D1 receiver at Oregon. But, of course, I'm going to run the route heavy. I'm going to run the route great. And you go, like I said, boom, he shows a little inside, shows outside, great hips, has this guy squatting. You never want to squat as a safety, poor technique there. But as a receiver, I'm kind of thinking, I know there's a corner over here. If he sees this ball out, I'm about to get popped. I'm about to get popped. And so just to have the wear and thaw to kind of be like, all right, I'm going to catch this no matter what and not be scared, I think that's great. Let's see if we see anything here. Look at it. You see that squat? And then boom. Great body catch. Doesn't matter. Get the ball in the end zone. Little wheel route right here. We got nothing there, but how much more we got? Got 30 more seconds. Where are we at? 20 minutes. And guys, give me a like in the comments. Like in the comments. Like in the description. Let me know in the comments who you guys want me to go over next. Tez Johnson. I mean, that's not a great blocking attempt from him to end off the film. But Tez Johnson, I think he's going to be a great backup singer. I think he does have an opportunity to be that reliable third option on a lot of teams. That for whatever reason, this entire time I'm looking at him, I can't help but sing Tampa Bay. I really like Tampa Bay for him. I think it would work in Kansas City. I just don't think they're going to do it. Whatever teams need speed. So I would say Atlanta, even though they have Mooney, they have Darnell Mooney, to have a real stretch out there with Drake London, who's more possession type of dude. I think that could be great for them. Not in the first round. I don't know if Tez showed me anything particularly that's going to give him a first round bid for me. He's going to be a day 2 guy. Second and third round, it just depends on team need. It depends on how he does in the interviewing process, how he answers those tough questions, how he's able to do work on the boards. That matters. He will be at the Senior Bowl. I will try to get a video of him, an interview with him. He will be one of the top dudes out there, so we'll see. But I would say second round is it's not his ceiling, because any of those back 4 teams could take a bid on him. Combine matters. I really want to see what he runs. If he does anything 4.3, anything 4.3 can get him in that first round, I think. I believe that 4.2 is what got Xavier in the first round. And so let me know what you guys think in the comments. See ya.